Greetings everyone. This isn't a normal video, unfortunately. It's not one I'd want to make. Here are my notes just to show you. They're very sparse. This is an emergency message about my personal safety. Let's go. Anyway, again, for those of you who don't know, my name is Chimoge. I also go by Moge. I go by Chimoge and K-Rom. I know that's my metaphysically correct name. I don't want to dwell on that too much. I'm just being practical. I know most people don't say their names in that form now. My government name is Chimoge Chijioke Ibe. Another name for me based on the history of my lineage is Chimoge Chijioke Ibe Nwoko. Again, my government name is Ibe because someone before me got rid of the Nwoko, but a lot of my relatives use Ibe Nwoko as a last name. Again, identifier. And then when I make music, I also use the name Nkworie, Nkworie, Nkworie. Welcome to Moge. This is my personal network. Let's do a quick prayer. Again, I'll begin my language. I just read my ancestors, said let's grow, may this thing succeed, may everyone succeed. Anyway, this is not a video I want to make. I'm gonna title it something like My Family's Harassing Me Again. Those of you who've been following me since would have seen my video on Chimoge's comments called My Family Abused and Abandoned Me. Again, this is just talking about this whole saga. More has happened today. I'm just putting this up for my personal safety. Again, I'm just gonna get right into it to be quick. So over the past couple of days, there have been some distressing incidents of, let me see if I can shift some more in the frame. Forgive me, I'm doing this very quickly. There have been some distressing incidents of stalking and harassment by some of my family members. Again, first, a couple days ago, my younger sister, again, I say younger, but just to make idiots shut up, she's less than 2 years younger than me. I'm 27, similar age, so you can harass and hurt someone that's a couple years older than you. I'm just gonna say that. But anyway, again, this is someone who's hurt me very badly in a very strange way. SA. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. And then did a bunch of other things. So this person did that set off a host of events that led to me getting harassed, kidnapped, and assaulted in a hotel room, illegally medically intervened on by my biological father, Anthony Ibe, and his collaborators. Again, I just want to name them again. Peter Ibe's younger brother, Kalechi, this woman who is the sister-in-law of Anthony's other younger brother, Magnus Ibe. Again, in common parlance, I'll call these people my uncles. I just don't like that term, and I also like metaphysically, and also I don't want to show any endearment. I don't like these people at all. Anyway, so Kalechi is a woman. Her husband, Paul, also came again. Those are my uncles, in-laws. Those are just people to me. I'm not related to them. I have no connection. You know, your wife's relatives are not my business. So to connect them, and again, based on what I know of their dynamics and what has happened since, it's certain he had a role in connecting them for that step-on job. But anyway, the whole point is all that nonsense happened. So now we're here. Now again, Amarachi a couple days ago at a Publix here in Atlanta that I was shopping at came up to harass me. I did my best to shoo her away. The staff there eventually shooed her away, but they reacted slowly, and particularly the manager was reacting very slowly. Talked about that before. So that was distressing, and it seems she'd been stalking me. She's done it before. It looks like she's done it again. Again, this is a very demented person. And then today, unfortunately, my mother, and again, just because someone's my mother and I have mercy on them relative to other people for that reason does not mean they're in good standing. That does not mean they're a good mother. Being a mother is very basic. You have to do more than that. Anyway, she followed me when I was walking home from Publix. And again, the biggest problem with my mother is that she does everything that Anthony says, right? That's her husband, my biological father. Again, I've gone into my metaphysical knowledge about all these things. I don't want people to be stupid. The whole point is that he's a deadbeat dad. I'll just say it. You can be a deadbeat dad when you're in the house with your son, okay? Like, just because you're sitting next to a child doesn't mean you're a good father, all right? So the definition of deadbeat dad needs to be expanded. Anyway, I can't even speak to people. Anyway, so the whole point is, based on their dynamic and what has happened, Anthony tells her what to do. She does everything he says. And then these people have a habit, Anthony and his collaborators have a habit of using, in particular, I'll just say women and children. Again, that's just how they operate. People who they believe can go under the radar to make first contact with someone they want to attack. So that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that upon contact with her, other weird things will happen, because it's happened before. So anyway, that's what's happened. I won't say much more about what Amarachi did, just because of the nature of how she hurt me. Mentioning her is very triggering, so I don't want to shut down. But I'll talk more about what my mom did. Again, that interaction was weird. One, she was saying strange things. Two, she had her phone out. I don't know if she was recording me or not, but she had at least a phone out. Maybe it doesn't belong to her, an iPhone. And three, I haven't talked to her. I've been on speaking terms with her in years because of what she's done. Relationship wasn't good even before, that break in contact. So just strange to come up to someone, follow them, and just be harassing her. I told her to go away. It took a long time for her to go away because she refused. So that's that. So anyway, this is just a quick video. This is just an emergency message. I'm just asking for public support. Just help me stay safe. Two things. One, if you see me being harassed, please do intervene, especially if you are in a position of power. I want to say in particular, police officers have so far not been very helpful to me. And I just have to say, given the political climate, they can often come in and make victims' lives worse. I want to say I filed a police report about this matter in 2023. Nothing's been done. So yeah, but anyway, if you're a police officer, please act, again, within the bounds of the law and sensibly. If you see me being harassed, help me out. Any other personnel, if you're like a security guard at a shop or something, do that. And if you're just a normal citizen, you have the right to come up and, within the bounds of the law, prevent a confrontation. So help me with that. And again, I want to emphasize, within the bounds of the law. So that's one thing. Secondly, if you are able to support my business, because with money, it's easier for me to deal with this. I could hire people to protect me. I could, undergo whatever legal processes are necessary. And then I could also investigate the crime, because there's still a lot about this crime and what's swirling I don't know. So you could do that by supporting the business. You can buy things on Patreon. You could subscribe to a network membership on Patreon, things of that nature. Anyway, I don't want to go on for too much longer, but I want to add one more thing in for my family, my blood relatives. I'll be honest, none of you have been good enough. Not a single one of you have been good enough. I'm speaking to adults here, okay? Adults. Not a single one of you have been good enough. That's unfortunate. That's either because there's just something wrong with you in and of yourself, or somehow you're sloppy. That's why I'm not talking to any of you. So do better, and just know justice will be done. Thank you very much.